Good afternoon. I'm Collazo, out here reporting for the Newsfeed. We're out here outside Squires asking students if they are paying attention to the 2016 election, whether they're watching debates, so let's talk to it. Obviously, with the 2016 debate ramping up, or the election, you have all these debates going on. Have you been watching it all?
I caught a couple snippets of it. I tried to watch a bit, but
I didn't watch the last debate, but because I was also busy doing homework. But I did have it on. My friends were watching it in the other room, so I did hear a little bit of it.
I watched the first presidential debate, but not the vice president one last night.
Wow, what'd you see?
I haven't really watched any of them, honestly, so I don't really have much of an opinion, so.
No, I've been mostly watching the highlights.
So,
If you can call them that.
I watched probably maybe 20 minutes of it, not too intently.
I watched the first debate. I actually was going to watch some of the highlights of the vice presidential debate last night. From what I heard, Pence seemed to do a bit better performance than Kane, although it's very mixed reaction so far. It's still coming out.
has it swayed your opinion on either of the candidates so far? Like, what do you think of either of them?
I really don't understand these people who went into the debates and didn't have an opinion already made up. They're pretty strong. They're pretty out there.
What'd you think?
I thought it was kind of funny. People talk about random things and none of the questions really get answered in the end, so.
I feel like there's been a lot of tick for tat. It's not really politics, it's more who can be rude to the other person more. Versus I believe this, I can do this, I can change this.
It just seemed like it wasn't really about the issues, it was more about them trash talking each other, which I know a lot of a debate is about that, but it just seemed like they were, I don't know, it seemed kind of immature to me versus the other debates that I've seen in my life.
I mean, it definitely solidified the fact that Donald Trump is a big jerk, for lack of a better word. I mean, that's, I already have my opinion set. I don't feel like the debate really swayed my opinion one way or another, because I already am pro-Hillary, so when I see Donald Trump go on and talk, it just makes me I already have a bad attitude towards him, and then anything he says just kind of, it's pretty bad to me.
Well, watching Donald Trump try to debate with Hillary Clinton was interesting to me, just because it didn't feel like a debate. It kind of just felt like she was waiting for him to stop interrupting her, if that makes sense. He wasn't really answering the questions, in my opinion. He kind of was just saying words, which he does a lot.
I think that Hillary sounded much more mature than Donald Trump throughout the debate. But I thought that overall it was, I was kind of in shock some of the time.
Have the first debates swayed your opinion at all about who you're going to vote for in the future?
I think the first debates really were more of a feeling out. I always like to see these debates as kind of like a boxing match. They're kind of feeling each other out, and both are really playing to their bases in the first debate. Hillary's obviously playing to her base, and she's providing a lot of great statistics and really hitting Trump hard on issues with his tax returns. And Trump's playing to his base. He has a great emotional appeal to people. He's able to hit Hillary hard on, the email scandal, and he's able to hit her hard on other areas where she may not necessarily be the most qualified person in his eyes and in his camp's eyes.
Did it sway you about who you're voting for at all?
No.
I think my opinion was already kind of made up before the debates, so I don't really think I was swayed either way.
Has what you've seen swayed your opinion about either of the candidates so far?
No, definitely not. I don't like either of the two, but one seems not as evil as the other.
I mean, that debate didn't really change my mind that much.
Do you have an opinion on either of the candidates?
I do. I personally think that Trump is the better candidate than Hillary, so.
So do you know who you're voting for already?
Yes, Trump.
I have a pretty good idea, unless something drastic happens in the next month or whatever it is.
So you pretty much know who you're voting for?
Yeah.
So
I'll be voting for Hillary.
So you don't know who you're voting for yet?
I do know who I'm voting for. I just don't particularly like the person I'm going to be voting for.
I would say so, unless something really big were to happen, which I don't think is going to happen.
Yeah.
Do you know personally who you're voting for already, or is it going to take you a little more time to decide?
Personally, I have to see these next two debates and really see, because I think with Trump especially, he represents kind of like a sort of nationalistic perspective of the community and global politics. And as we saw with Brexit, I think that if he is elected, it kind of sways us from being left and right to being nationalist or I should say globalist to see that. And I think that would be a really interesting perspective to see. But I'm still waiting overall to see, which these two candidates can really provide for, as someone who's going out into a national security field, hopefully, to see, well, where do you lie on that perspective, and what can you do, for those fields?
Do you watch SNL?
Yeah, I do.
What do you think about this past weekend's SNL?
I didn't. I only watched that one part. I think they got it pretty much spot on.
I don't have a TV in my room.
I haven't recently, but I've heard that they've been making a lot of fun of Trump and Hillary too, but Trump a lot.
No, I didn't.
I thought it was a really funny portrayal. Although with everybody hitting Trump hard, I think Baldwin actually kind of stood out because everybody's been doing Trump impressions. You have Frank Caliendo, who does a ton of great impressions. I thought it was a really well done debate. I mean, I think they'll be able to hit it hard. I'm surprised they did it this early though into the election season. Well, not election season, but so far with just after one debate. I thought they would wait a little while to do it, but it was pretty fantastic skit I think they pulled off.
So it turns out that a lot of people had strong opinions about either candidate so far, and we'll see where the rest of the 2016 election heads, especially for college students around campuses around the country. For more news and information, visit our website. I'm Collazo reporting for the Newsfeed.